Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Aaron with U-Haul. Today we're going to review the Curt aluminum tray style bike rack. This bike rack is easy to use and is a great way to secure your bikes for your next ride with your friends and family. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at some of its features. So let's start off by taking a look at the shank and how this installs on your vehicle. So this bike rack comes with a 2-inch shank, which means you have to have a 2-inch hitch receiver on your vehicle to be able to use it. Now it also has an anti-rattle locking knob installed inside. Now this will expand inside of your hitch and lock it to secure it to your vehicle. So now let's show you how to install this onto your vehicle. Now this rack is 45 pounds, so you may need assistance lining it up, but we're just gonna hold on to the arms right here in the tray, and we're just gonna pick it up and line it up with our hitch receiver. And we're gonna push it in until our pinholes line up. Now with the pinholes lined up, we're gonna take our provided pin and clip, and we're just gonna insert it, and we'll secure it on the other side. Now on the other side of our shank, we have our anti-rattle locking knob. Now this we're just going to turn clockwise, and it's just gonna get really tight. And you're just gonna wanna go as hard as you can, because that's gonna get all the play out of it. And then we're gonna take one of our 2 provided keys, and we're gonna lock it. Now once it's locked, this will spin freely, so then no one can remove this from your vehicle. And then we can just put this rubber cap on. So now that we have this rack installed on our vehicle, you'll notice that most of the play is gone. There's a little bit of play in there, but that's okay. We want that in there, but we don't want too much where your bike is going to be flying around while you're towing it. So let's go ahead and look at some of the positions that this bike rack comes in. First, we have it in this upright storage position. Now this is what you'll want to be in when you're riding around town and you're not hauling any bikes on this rack. Now this is nice and upright and stays close to your vehicle, so you don't have to worry about it sticking out while you're driving around town. Now when you're doing this, you want to make sure that the arms are in this storage position, meaning that it's secured behind the tray. Now if this arm is set above the tray, there's a lot of play in it where it may hit your vehicle while you're towing. So you always want to make sure that if you have it in the storage position, that we have it secured back here so it's nice and tight. So to get it to our next position, we're going to take this handle right here, and we're just going to push on this button and pull towards us. And then this is just going to drop us into our next position, which is our loading position. Now if you don't have any bikes loaded on it, this gives us access to our cargo area. So whether you have a trunk or hatchback or whatever type of vehicle you have, you'll be able to get in and get whatever stuff you have. Now let's go ahead and talk about our loading position. Now as a tray style bike rack, we have 2 positions where we can load. We have one tray right here and one tray right here. Our wheels just sit on it and it's attached right there. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the measurements for this. Each tray can hold a bike weighing up to 65 pounds for a total weight capacity of 130 pounds. Now for the wheelbase, this can fit any bike with a 20 to 29 inch wheelbase. And you have to have a tire width of up to 4 inches for it to fit on this bike rack. So now let's go over all of our 3 attachment points that we use to attach our bike onto our bike rack. Now first off, we have our cradle. Now this is where our front wheel is gonna go on our bike. It's just gonna sit right in there. And that's where we'll take our second attachment point, which is this arm right here. Now we're just gonna push down on this knob, and this will allow us to push it up. And then we'll just take this, and once you have your front wheel in place, this will just lock on top of your wheel, and we'll show you once we have a bike on. But we're just gonna set this all the way out to make it easier to put our bike on. Now our last attachment point is this strap right here. Now this strap is gonna go and attach to our rear wheel. Now to disengage it or release it, we're just gonna push down on this tab right here and we can pull it out. And as you can tell, this is all coated with rubber and has this protector on it that can go onto your wheel itself so you can prevent scratching on it. And just to talk about scratching, this has no attachment points that will touch anywhere on your frame. So you don't have to worry about any nicks or scratches on your frame. So let's go ahead and show you how it looks with your bike on there. We're just gonna take this and set it aside, and let's go ahead and get our bike. So now that we have our bike, let's go ahead and lift it up, and we're just gonna set it on our tray. Now that we have it in place, we're gonna grab our arm, then we're gonna take this arm over, and this is just gonna attach right here as close to the fork as you can get. We're just gonna push this down, and we're just gonna get that hook right on there. This will hold it into place while we do our back attachment. Now we're gonna take this back strap, and we're just going to pull it through our spokes. Now, if you need to adjust this depending on the length of your bike, this does slide, so you can set it up anywhere you want to. Now we're just gonna take this and attach it, and as we pull it down, we're just gonna make sure our protective sleeve stays on top, and we'll get it nice and tight. And then we'll just double check all of our points and make sure it's nice and tight, and it's all ready for you to tow. Now this also has a locking mechanism installed on the arm that will secure your bike to your bike rack so no one can remove it. We're just gonna pull out this cable right here, and this is gonna go around and through your frame, and then we're just gonna attach it right back into this hole right here, and you're just gonna push it till it clicks. That way that secures and no one can remove your bike from your bike rack. Now, to release this, you can use just one of the same two keys that we used before. We're just gonna twist it, and then this will come out. So now that we have our bike secured, let's go ahead and talk about the last position this bike rack goes into. Now, if you need to get into your cargo area with bikes installed onto your bike rack, this can drop even further. We're just gonna pull on this handle, and it's gonna drop all the way. And then this tilts down quite a bit, but it gives us access to our cargo area where we can just get in, get whatever we need, and we have plenty of room with our bike rack tilted. And then we can just pull this up and lock into place when we're ready to go. If you have any questions about this rack, or if you'd like to take a closer look at one, you can visit your closest U-Haul Hitch Center, or you can visit us online at uhaulhitches.com. Thank you.